បាទសូមគោរពជំរាបសួរទៅដល់ជនរួមជាតិក៏ដូចជាប្រិយមិត្តក្នុងនិងក្រៅប្រទេសសូមគោរពជំរាបសួរលោកយាយលោកតាពុកម៉ែពូមីងបងប្អូននៅសហគមន៍ខ្មែរនៅទីក្រុង Long Beach រដ្ឋ California បាទសូមស្វាគមន៍ការមកដល់កម្មវិធី Reading Club បាទអញ្ចឹងរៀងរាល់ថ្ងៃពុធវេលាម៉ោង 7:30 នាទីម៉ោងនៅ California យើងអានកម្មវិធី Reading Club របស់យើងអានសៀវភៅមួយដែលមានចំណងជើងថា Khmer Rise ឬក៏ How I Escaped a Genocide អញ្ចឹងមកដល់ពេលនេះយើងមកដល់សប្តាហ៍ទី12ហើយបាទអញ្ចឹងបាទសំទោសយើងមកដល់សប្តាហ៍ទី13ហើយដោយសារសៀវភៅនេះមានតែជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសអញ្ចឹងក្រុមរបស់យើងហ្នឹងយើងអានតែជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសទេបាទអញ្ចឹងក្នុងនោះថ្ងៃនេះសមាជិកក្រុមអ្នកអានយើងមានលោកគ្រូវិតបាទជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូវិតI'm mute
បាទជំរាបសួរ
បាទហើយទី2លោកគ្រូ Derrick បាទជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូ Derrick
ជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូ
បាទហើយទី3 Kerry Chhay បាទជំរាបសួរ Kerry Chhay
ជំរាបសួរ everyone
បាទហើយកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងក្រៅពីសមាជិកក្រុមអ្នកអានយើងមានអ្នកនិពន្ធលោកពូ Patrick កែវលោកតែងតែឆ្លៀតពេលដ៏មមាញឹកពីកិច្ចការរបស់លោកដើម្បីមកចូលរួមក្នុងកម្មវិធី Reading Club របស់យើងដែរត្រៀមក្នុងការឆ្លើយតបនៅចម្ងល់ឬក៏សំណួរផ្សេងពីសមាជិករបស់ក្រុមអ្នកអានរបស់យើងហើយក៏យើងសូមស្វាគមន៍ផងដែរបើសិនប្រិមិត្តអ្នកតាមដានកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងមានសំណួរចម្ងល់ឬក៏មានអ្វីដែលចង់សាកសួរទៅអ្នកនិពន្ធលោកពូ Patrick កែវក៏យើងសូមស្វាគមន៍បាទអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់ថ្ងៃនេះសូមអញ្ជើញលោកគ្រូវិតដឹកនាំក្រុមដើម្បីអានសូមអញ្ជើញលោកគ្រូវិត
បាទសូមអរគុណបាទ thank you យើង start reading Khmer Rise How I Escaped the Genocide by the author Patrick Gao. I encourage everyone out there to please follow us, have any questions, join us on the journey of Mr. Patrick Gao journey from the killing field. So today we are on chapter 14, The Bloody Purge of 1978. I'm going to start off reading by Mr. Kerry. Kerry, go ahead, buddy.
The Bloody Purge of 1978 was recorded in Cambodian history as one of the most brutal of its kind. Regardless of crimes, Pol Pot eliminated perceived threats of coup d'etat at all costs. New people from everywhere were declared as the enemies. Because new people chose to live in the cities, they were assumed loyal to capitalism, thus the enemy to the Pol Pot communist rule. Liquidating the intellectuals and urban class was not enough for Pol Pot. He then turned on his own comrades. By this time, 3 years of Pol Pot's democratic Kampuchea had become hell on earth. The urban class was nearly wiped out from the face of Cambodia, and he had the gall to call his communist rule democratic. Everything was lying and misleading the people. In the frenzy of paranoia about sabotage activities of the CIA and KGB, Pol Pot's famous Bloody Purge slogan was embedded in the heads of children. Chlop. And Khmer Rouge killers Duc Min Jam Nang Yong Chen Gor Min Gat. No gain to keep, no loss to kill was a direct translation. Khmer Rouge used poetry to justify the killings. Killing children and babies for class traitors wasn't enough, so Pol Pot went after his own comrade. His revolutionary comrade, Sao Phoun, the powerful Eastern Zone commander, was accused of treason because he couldn't enter Vietnam the way Pol Pot had planned. Sao Phoun knew that his torture would be hell, so he killed himself, not allowing himself to get arrested. All those who spoke out against him were his enemies, and they were killed in mass graves. C14-41 Scout map. Khmer Rouge killed people from every corner of Cambodia. Imaged on the wall of Toe Slang S-21 prison, Phnom Penh by Pat Kao. C14-2 An exhumed mass grave found in Cambodian countryside. The skeletons belong to victims who were executed and buried together under Pol Pot era. Credit Davy A. Harvey, National Geographic, Getty Images, and Usage Rights, Wikipedia.
Thank you. Summer of 1978 marked the bloody purge in Khmer Rouge history. Among thousands of deaths, the purge of the Eastern Zone was Pol Pot's plans to handle the power struggle. He was famous for presenting rigidity as both softness and cruelty. This was done to the point where they could not be told apart. He used words such as, quote, request, unquote, to force the movement of Khmer Rouge from the Eastern to the Western Zone. For Pol Pot, the Eastern Zone was impure, polluted, the Vietnamese sabotage, and his hated enemy, the same Vietnamese who helped strengthen his initial revolution. Black clothes men and women by the thousands had marched, boated across the Mekong and Stung Treng port, the destination for Kampong Speu province, where mass graves awaited. Stung Treng is about 2 kilometers, that's about 140 kilometers northeast of Phnom Penh. Like the 1975 forced evacuation, many people had disappeared along the roadsides. Around noon, I brought black and pink to graze at the recently harvested rice fields along the road between Stung Treng kilometer number 5 and 8 self-estimation. Among the thousands evacuated visibles on the road, Familia's face was revealed. She was my former classmate, Sopa. We had worked at the same work camp at Buong Kit Port. We made a pact. We make a pact that saved our lives. She was not Khmer Rouge, but her village somehow got caught in the movement, and she had no clues that her dark futures awaited at Kampong Speu, 70 kilometers northeast of Phnom Penh. So spotted me while I attempted to separate Ping from locking horns with another bull nearby. In a clever move, Sopar brought a bunch of grass to Black. We met again. This time it was life and death for Sopar. I let her know that large numbers of people had been disappearing along the roadside. She suspected something wrong, but was not sure as to what had happened. Her group had stood in a line for food and had never returned. A lot of delight remaining, so Pa wanted to form a plan to escape, but was not sure what to do. The thoughts of dying a horrible death that was terrifying, and she faced just that. Imagine innocence facing death this way. For Pol Pot, righteousness are equal to death. Onga was never wrong. Only people were wrong. And he had the songs to prove it. It was a reckless move what I was about to do. But doing nothing seems much worse, since Sopa had already been in the field, a reasonable distance away from the road. I felt the plan might work. The idea was to get her away from that single road so she could make her ways to a familiar place where she could be safe. She agreed and was fully aware that she may not make it. She said she plans to go to Phnom Hut Chay village, where her uncles and aunts lived. It was approximately 15 kilometers from where we were. Her hair was short enough to wear inside her grama, multi-purpose Cambodian sarong towels with open ends wrapped around her head like like a hat. A style worn by most men driving the Khmer Rouge. She already had her black clothes on and could easily blend it with her locals. I had her carry my buffalo robes on her shoulder, acting like she was a male peasant tending his buffaloes, with a mud lightly covering her face. She rode my buffaloes black like a pro. No one suspected a thing. The plan worked, but the dangers had just begun. It would be the death sentence for both of us if we got caught being seen together alone. But because of the escape, but perceived involvement of the heart, this was taboo. And Khmer Rouge maintained zero tolerance for the subject. Khmer Rouge could force many people, but tolerated no romance of the heart of your own choice. Sopa was aware of the penalty, and she was no longer seeing the benefits of my present. I offered her my food, and she was on her ways to Phnom Penh, while thousands walked to of the death in mass graves. Khmer Rouge killers claim that they killed for self-preservation. They killed to serve their own lives. If they didn't kill, they would be killed. The cruelties of killing was innocent, inconsistent with what was claimed. The acts of killing could not be defensible. If they were, this was a first at best. The Khmer Rouge execution styles make Western movies killing scenes pall. It was barbarism the world had never seen.
Thank you. Look, Derrick. Yeah, other may have had a class grudge. It's hard to say. What I do say is that for those 4 years of Khmer Rouge terror, we the Cambodians suffered beyond hell. Pol Pot, the bloody tyrant, soul of Khmer Rouge regime continued to present himself as a man so sociable and amiable he almost seemed naive. Among Khmer Rouge's popular song and slogan were about killing. Asking is an enemy, creating controversy is death. Cultivating on one hand, eliminate the enemy with the other. Anyone maintaining undesirable contact or enemy. Destroying all enemy with the spirit of Vietnamese body crime. The evidence of this killing policy is all over Cambodia landscape. Look at me now. Do you think I am a violent person? No, not as far as my conscience and my mission were concerned. There was no problem. This needs to be clarified. Pol Pot answered his own question when asked about the killing because he looked innocent. He is innocent. This is his logic. The facts remain. The Thu Slang School had been turned into an S-21 prison next door to where he slept in Phnom Penh. On the wall, thousands of his victim pictures were displayed. Museum picture for the public eye. Khmer Rouge interrogate and torture the prisoner to the point where right or wrong was blurred. Fabrication of wrongdoing was the norm. The final destination was Chun Ing, on the outskirts of Phnom Penh where mass grave await. Those of you who have the chance to visit Cambodia, Chun Ing is the place to see, known to millions of visitors as the killing field. They are a major part of the Cambodian landscape today. You won't believe it unless you see it. For those of you who are thinking of visiting Cambodia, I recommend that you do. Look like this. Picture on the wall. Okay, Akon, thank you.
បាទសូមអរគុណច្រើនសម្រាប់ក្រុមអ្នកអានរបស់យើងដែលបានអានចប់ហើយ អញ្ចឹងសូមឱកាសនេះសូមជម្រាបសួរលោកពូផាត់រិកៅបាទជម្រាបសួរលោកពូ
ជំរាបសួរ hello welcome
បាទ
អរគុណច្រើន
បាទអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវហ្នឹងលោកពូក៏បានត្រៀមលក្ខណៈហើយដែរដើម្បីរងចាំនៅចម្ងល់ឬក៏សំណួរឬក៏អ្វីដែលចង់ដឹងថែមសូមក្រុមអ្នកអានយើងអាចចាប់ផ្ដើមសួរលោកពូផាត់រិកៅបានបាទអញ្ចឹងសូមអញ្ជើញបាទ
Okay Kerry go ahead you're the first reader right
Yes. I guess without spoiler, well, I don't know if you can call it spoiler, but do you happen to meet with Sopa again, or do you know what happened to her?
well I don't know you gotta read later on yeah
Okay.
I don't want to say nothing.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Is it Derrick?
Yeah I don't want to ruin your investigation
Yeah. Okay, Derrick. Okay, look page 113 ខ្ញុំមកអានតវ៉ាក៏គ្មានអាហ្នឹងបកស្រាយអាហ្នឹងខ្ញុំតិចហើយមួយទៀតមានកំសិតគ្មានបានអាហ្នឹងមានន័យថាម៉េច
okay page 13 you ថាតវ៉ាអូតវ៉ាគឺខ្មាំង
តវ៉ាទឹកខ្មាំងហើយមួយទៀត
តវ៉ាគឺខ្មាំងប្រឆាំងគឺខ្មោច
អូក៏ប្រឆាំងក៏ខ្មោចចាអូខេបកស្រាយអាហ្នឹងខ្ញុំឲ្យមួយទៀត verse ខាងក្រោមហ្នឹងវាមាន
តវ៉ាគឺខ្មាំងគឺពាក្យខ្មែរប្រឆាំងគឺខ្មោចគេចង់he wanted to say anybody who raise any kind of question or concern or challenge his policy is Khmer, is enemy of the Angkor. And Pachang, it means anything against him. Khmer is death. You know, it's a self-explanatory, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So their word is very good. They very selective, you know.
Tawá cứ khoáng và chăng
Tawá cứ khmang, và chăng cứ khmau.
Okay, good.
Welcome, Gloria. You just miss the good stuff.
How about មួយទៀតលោកគ្រូវាកំចាត់ខ្មាំងអាហ្នឹងក្រោយនៅមួយទៀតនៅក្រោមហ្នឹងពេក13ហ្នឹងបាទ
Okay. What is it? Say more say.
វាកំចាត់
Yeah. វាយកំចាត់
វាយកំចាត់
Yeah. វាយកំចាត់
ខ្ញុំរងពាក្យហ្នឹងសិនខ្ញុំរងពាក្យហ្នឹងសិនមើលបាទ Oh.
They have parentheses
right
there.
Okay គេចង់និយាយថាវាយកំចាត់ខ្មាំងក្បាលយួនខ្លួនខ្មែរ
Okay ខ្ញុំអត់អាហ្នឹងខ្លាច
ខ្មាំងក្បាលយួនខ្លួនខ្មែរ So in other words ខ្មាំងដែលមានក្បាលជាយួនមានខ្លួនខ្មែរប៉ុន្តែគំនិតខួរក្បាលជាយួនហ្នឹងគឺបាយកំតិចចោលទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងអាហ្នឹងនៅពេលហ្នឹងទាំង Vietnamese ដែលគេ find out later Vietnamese គេសម្រាប់ចោលទាំងអស់ខ្មែរយើងធម្មតាហ្នឹងក៏ដោយកាលណាយើងអត់មានអីកាលណាយើងអត់មានអីដូចថាធ្វើអីឲ្យគេទុកយើងគេអត់ទុកទេពេលហ្នឹងមកគេសម្រាប់គេដែរនិងគេសម្រាប់ពួកខ្មែរក្រហមដែលនៅត្រួយម្ខាងណាតែនៅត្រួយម្ខាងហ្នឹងកន្លែងសភារស់នៅនឹងឯងនៅភូមិខាភូមិក្រូចឆ្មាហើយកន្លែងហ៊ុនសែននៅនឹងឯងហ៊ុនសែនគេយកទៅវាយចោលនៅពេលហ្នឹងដែរ you know ប៉ុន្តែហ៊ុនសែនរត់រួច you know ពេលហ្នឹងហ៊ុនសែនអត់ចម្លៀសមកទេហ៊ុនសែនរត់ចេញពីកន្លែងហ្នឹងមុនអញ្ចឹងណាកន្លែងហ្នឹងជាសមរភូមិក្តៅមួយរបស់ប៉ុលពតគេចម្លៀសពួកហ្នឹងព្រោះគេដឹងថាពួកខ្មែរក្រហមនៅត្រួយម្ខាងហ្នឹងជួដៃជួជើងជាមួយវៀតណាម you know ព្រោះប៉ុលពតមានផែនការឲ្យចូលទៅឲ្យសពភឹមហ្នឹងចូលទៅស្រុកយួនណាទៅសម្លាប់ប្រជាជនយួនណា30ក្នុងខ្មែរក្រហមម្នាក់សម្លាប់យួន30នាក់ហើយសពភឹមធ្វើអត់បានហៅសពភឹមមកដើម្បី ចាប់ដាក់គុកប្រាប់សពភឹមថាជាអ្នកយើងជាបទជាតិយើងធ្វើអត់បានធ្វើអត់បានដូចជាអង្គការ plan ចឹងហើយសពភឹមគាត់អ្នកធំមួយដែរជាពួកម៉ាក់របស់គាត់នេះកាលពី revolution ពីដើមមកឲ្យគាត់មិនឲ្យចាប់គាត់ដឹងដែរ you know ចឹង
Okay.
There's a lot of good stuff in there, man. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to hog up all the time, so I'm gonna pass it on to Derrick.
So anybody have any question? Gloria, you catch on anything? Have any question on this?
I just missed, did you guys go over what chapter was it?
14?
Chapter 14? Yeah, 14, yeah.
Okay,
Or
I'm
maybe
not caught up yet.
let you digest a little bit. Okay, go ahead to Derrick.
Okay, I have a question regarding to the relationship. You said Sopar is your old classmate back in Luno era, right? Luno
Yes.
region.
Yes.
So you met her that time. How this thing how you get along with this thing and you help her out too. And,
Well, we see during the Khmer Rule we meet again at on chapters, previous
Khmer?
chapters. We meet again at
not this chapter, right?
No, previous chapters at Bangkit.
Previous. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
At Bangkit we meet again. There's a Pina, it's two of my classmates. We work at the same work camps, and I happen to build a shelter for them, for the two of them, and then we promise each other that we're not going to tell anybody about our past, okay? Because at the time I am more vulnerable than the two, because I was a student commando, the same as the military. Actually it worse than it more important than the military. They know they kill me, and I was as a taekwondo as instructors also, and very popular during the school years. So we make a pact that we do not say nothing. Then we have passed that period, then our life safe. Then we go back to our own village. Now Sopa village on the other side of the Mekong have been evacuated to Kampong Spu province, thousands of people. So when she walked along the road, and I was at the time I happened to be taking my water buffalo to graze the grass, and my one of my water buffalo, Pink, he fight with another bull. I guess for some reason they not get along. They fight with each other, and I trying to separate them. So it created a commotion, I guess. And she saw it, and then she recognized me right away. That then she tried to meet up with me again, but couldn't find a way, right? So she got some grass. She cut some grass and bring that grass to Black. He's graying the grass along the road, inside the road. So when I pick Pings up and go to get Black, and she was there, And then right away I feel that, man, I had to tell her that her life is in danger, because people have been disappeared along the road. It's been killed. Hundreds of people have been killed already along the road, And she was telling me about her groups that are waiting in line for the food. That time is about maybe 12 o'clock, at noon, like the sun is straight up, and she wondering why they're not coming back, And I told them, no, they already gone, So you have to find a way to escape it, And she right there and then she decided to do it. But she didn't know what to do, and she asked my help, you know. And at the time, it's life and death for me too, you know. Do I let my friend die, or I try to help her what I can? I can't do much except that I told her that it's very risky. The chance are if you go with them, you go along, you will be dead, you will be, you know, you be being killed, and you escape, you might have a chance. So the decision is that yes, she wanted to escape. Then I told them, fine, you know, put your short hair right up, you know, like I do, you know, I have my grandma around my head, so that it you know, a man at Khmer, that's what they do, you know, because they don't have any hat, so you have to protect the sun from, you know. And she did that. She put all her hair inside the head, and then I have her carry my robe, my water buffalo robe, you know, and then I get her up to on black, you know, and I asked her to ride that because that more not that noticeable. Is she going to ride pink, then people might pay attention, right? So I say, okay, you ride the black. I'm not riding pink, but I'm just, you know, like half pink, like walk behind, you know, a black. So boom, when she honestly know how to ride water buffalo, you know, she said, yeah, I ride water buffalo. So she ride it, you know, she ride all past the road, you know, to the other side. You know, it's about maybe about a kilometer or so, you know. Then it, you know, I told her to stop that. Okay, now you safe, but now we in the Linma, you have to disappear quickly, because if somebody come in and saw us together in a quiet place like this, we both gonna get killed. It's not because of she escaped it, because they might suspect that we involved in the heart, you know, involvement, you know, in the heart. So and she know that, you know, not that I know that, she knew it, you know. She just, okay. She thanks me that I help her during that time, and I say, okay, have you eat yet? She said, no, I don't have any. I don't eat yet. So I say, okay, take my food, my watery porridge. So, you know, so I give it to her, you know, and then all she go, you know, on only 15 kilometer. So I think, you know, it's doable, but she had to be clever, walk in the way, do not walk on the road, walk. And I told her, walk in the uh, right field, you know, on the they call it like a the noob, like a edge, like a, you know, side of the right field, you know, just keep going, just keep I told her, just keep south, because Phnom Chhay is about 2-3 village after my village, toward, you know, toward the mountain. So I just told her, do not go to the road, just keep walking, because it's straight walk. Is you might come across a little bit of bushes like that, but just keep walking. Do not hesitate, you know. And yes, you know, and
So both of you are safe anyways by that time. So all the thing is,
I'm safe.
yeah,
I'm safe.
right.
You know,
Yeah, but I know that part is kind of like, it's for me. I know that it's tough
it's tough,
in that
you know, because she's girls,
in that
she's
situation
about,
like that. Yeah.
she's you know, she's about 19, 20 at the time, you know. So she's a girl, and walk by herself. You know, I'm assume that, well, she probably make it, but perhaps through the night, you know. But she brave, you know. She make quick decisions. She said, yes, I do it, you know, because I told her already, choice, two choice, you go along, you 100% die, you know, but you escape, 50-50 chance, you know, you might make it, you might not. choice is yours, because I cannot do much, you know, as a friend, because she have nothing, she have no relation to me except that yes, we are classmate, you know. That's about it, you know. And everybody
Okay.
the Khmer, you know, try to be survive, you know.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, crew.
So Viith, have any question?
Yeah, I always have a question. I just
Okay.
I just want to know, you said that they're killing very inconsistent, and also they make like Hollywood scene look very pale and very barbaric. Can you describe some of the scene that you see that you're able to describe?
Well, you saw the pictures that
Yes.
they have, you
Yes,
know.
I see the picture. I want to see what you have to say.
You know, it's, the way they kill people is very gruesome. You know, they put you on the edge of the hole, you know,
Wow.
and then they just smash you in the head and the back, you know, and you just not even make noise, just fall into, you know, the hole, and they bury you alive until you dead, you know. I mean, I don't want to describe any more than that.
Yeah,
because,
that's fine. That's fine.
you know,
Yeah,
because that's
because all I see on the picture is just nothing but bone and stuff like that. But when
you saw that, so you want to see a lot of pictures, a lot of action. It you know, I come across a few, but I just don't want to copy. I just don't want to. It's a lie. It's a live show, you know. But I don't want it to.
Yes,
to remind me of that. I see enough. I just
I understand.
No reason to keep, you know, to keep seeing it, you know.
Yeah. Do you see that daily at the beginning of the month, or at the end of the month? Normally, how do they do that? They kill it most of the time.
I don't know. Normally at night or at evening, you know. Yeah. Normally it's about the evening. I witness in evening time.
Okay.
You know, it's around 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you. Gloria?
Any question, Gloria?
It sounds like Pol Pot was playing ignorant to everything, to the killings, or he was.
Yeah, he
what
claimed.
was the situation there?
He claimed that he in executive level, you know, killing is not his instruction. You know, it's between the Kama Pibal, you know, Tnak Kraum, and the killer and the Shlob and the Khmer killer. You know, there is no any direction from him to kill people.
Where was he in all of this? Was he in a central location?
No, yeah, he in Phnom Penh.
Constantly traveling?
He in Phnom Penh. He lived in Phnom Penh during the 4 years. You know, during the 3 years or 8 months, he lived in Phnom Penh. You know, and he the one direct all of that, especially on this evacuation. Nuchia, he directed to Nuchia, and Nuchia plan all that to evacuate the Khmer from the eastern zone to the west zone, which is Kampong Speu, and they already prepare, you know, the place to kill them already, you know. So most of them kill, you know.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, most of the Khmer that they was evacuated from the eastern zone, you know. A lot of them have been killed on the road already, you know. Because Stung Trong, the road from Stung Trong, about 2-3 kilometers from Stung Trong, is people's town, the housing, and after that, on the side is forest and rice field and a lot of tree, you know, and then another deep forest on the back, you know, after the rice field. So that's where they kill them, you know, a lot of them. And later we find that out because I get to go finding the wine for my water buffalo robes, you know. So we saw a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
Bye.
pot here.
បាទអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសូមសួរលោកពូជាភាសាខ្មែរម្ដងលោកពូសំណួរទី1ហ្នឹងខ្ញុំចង់ដឹងថាតើសម័យហ្នឹងនៅពេលគេប្រជុំឬក៏នៅក្នុងផ្ទះរោងបាយឬក៏នៅកន្លែងប្រជុំអីផ្សេងៗហ្នឹងគេមានដាក់តាំងរូបថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំក្នុងរបបប៉ុលពតហ្នឹងទេទី1ទី2តើគេមានផ្លាស់ប្ដូរថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំសហគមន៍ឬក៏ថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំតំបន់ឬក៏ថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំភូមិនឹងចល័តគ្នាបានតែមួយឆ្នាំម្ដងឬក៏2ឆ្នាំម្ដងឬទេព្រោះអីអ្វីដែលយើងបានសិក្សាតាមរយៈសភៅ Stirring Season របស់លោកពូបច្ចុប្បន្នផ្សេងៗហ្នឹងគាត់ថាកន្លែងគាត់មានពេលមួយហ្នឹងផ្លាស់ប្ដូរអ្នកដឹកនាំកន្លែងតំបន់ដែលគាត់រស់នៅហ្នឹងហើយអ្វីដែលគាត់ចាប់អារម្មណ៍គាត់ថានៅពេលដែលផ្លាស់ប្ដូរហ្នឹងគឺប្រហែលជាអ្នកដែលចាស់ហ្នឹងអ្នកដែលធ្លាប់ដឹកនាំកន្លែងហ្នឹងប្រហែលជាគេអាចយកទៅស្លាប់ចោលទាំងអស់ហើយមួយទៀតគេនឹងធ្វើការសិក្សាស្រាវជ្រាវអ្នកដែលមានភាពស្និទ្ធស្នាលជាមួយនឹងអ្នកដឹកនាំចាស់ហ្នឹងក៏អាចស៊ើបអង្កេតដឹងថាយើងមានតំណែងស្និទ្ធស្នាលជាមួយអ្នកដឹកនាំចាស់ហ្នឹងក៏គេយកទៅស្លាប់ចោលដែរចុះតកតងទៅនឹងអ្វីដែលលោកពូផ្ទាល់វិញលោកពូយល់ឃើញយ៉ាងម៉េចដែរចំពោះបញ្ហាហ្នឹង
Yes meeting រោងបាយ pictures អ្នកមានដឹកនាំអត់ដែរឃើញខ្ញុំអត់ដែរឃើញមាន picture មានអីទេនៅឆ្នាំ77ពាក់កណ្ដាលឆ្នាំពាក់កណ្ដាលឆ្នាំ77ហ្នឹងមានពួកកាយនៅ chapter 13នេះខ្ញុំបាននិយាយរួចទៅមកហើយមានពួកពីរខែពីយប់គេបដូរគេឲ្យពួកពីរយប់ហ្នឹងខាង South East ហ្នឹងមកកាន់កាប់ភូមិ you know ហើយអ្នកដែលនៅអ្នកខ្មែរក្រហមមានភូមិអីមុនដំបូងគេយកសម្រាប់ចោលទាំងអស់ទាំងគោទាំងពូជហ្មងអត់មានទុកទេ you know សម្រាប់ចោលខ្ទេចហ្នឹងហើយដល់ពេលហ្នឹងហើយដល់ជាច្បុកច្បល់ខ្លាំងមុននឹងទៅសម្រាប់ពួកខ្មែរក្រហមនៅ Eastern Zone ហ្នឹងគេសម្រាប់ពួកនៅកៅពួកនៅការដ្ឋានពួកនៅមុនព្រោះខាងខ្ញុំខាងតំបន់30ហៅតំបន់43តំបន់43ហ្នឹងតាមពិតតំបន់ហ្នឹងជាតំបន់មួយបានផលឲ្យអង្គការល្អតំបន់ហ្នឹងធ្វើស្រូវផងធ្វើចកាផងបានផលល្អតំបន់ហ្នឹងខ្ញុំមិនគួរអត់ឃ្លានទេyou know ប៉ុន្តែតំបន់ហ្នឹងវានៅជាប់ទលេវានៅជាប់នឹងខាងត្រួយម្ខាងyou know ចឹងហើយអាកន្លែងឆ្លងហ្នឹងហើយគេយកទៅសម្លាប់ចោលបាទហ្នឹងហើយខ្ញុំអត់ដែរឃើញមានអង្គគេហៅថា picture អ្នកដឹកនាំអ្នកអីយកទៅ post អីហ្នឹងអត់ដែរឃើញមានទេហើយហ្នឹងហើយមានផ្លាស់ប្ដូរleadership នៅ middle of 1977ពេលហ្នឹងហើយដែលសម្លាប់ច្រើនខ្ញុំក៏ត្រូវគេយកទៅសម្លាប់អីដែរប៉ុន្តែដោយសារការនោះខ្ញុំកាន់កបីyou know ហើយគ្មានអាណាចង់បានកបីហ្នឹងទោះបីពួកខ្មែរក្រហមនោះគឺវាអត់ចង់បានកបីហ្នឹងដែរអញ្ចឹងណាហើយម្ល៉េះហើយគេឲ្យខ្ញុំកបីហ្នឹងគឺគ្រាន់តែលេសគេដើម្បីឲ្យគេស្រួល make decision ដើម្បីយកខ្ញុំទៅវាយចោលទេប៉ុន្តែវាគ្រាន់តែវា happen ដែលខ្ញុំ take care of that កបីហ្នឹងវាទៅជាធំធាត់ទៅពួកវាមិនដឹងធ្វើម៉េចមិនដឹងធ្វើអីជាមួយខ្ញុំបាក់កើតពួកអីយកខ្ញុំទៅស្លាប់ទៅវាស្ដាយកបីពួកគ្មានអាណាចង់បានវាខ្លាចកបីនឹងស្គមទៀតអីចឹងអស់កបីមួយនឹមហ្នឹងសំខាន់ណាស់ណាបីហ្នឹងព្រោះវាធំyou know វាជួយបានច្រើនណាបីហ្នឹងyou know ហើយបានជួយខ្ញុំរួចខ្លួនកុំអីគេយកទៅវាយចោលដូចតែគ្នាហ្នឹងឯងyou know អូខេមិនដែរ answer question អត់
បាទលោកពូបាទអរគុណច្រើនបាទលោកពូបាទអូខេគ្នាយើង
ណាមានទៀត
Kerry
I guess how do you well it's not related to chapter but you did mention the word Khmer once
Khmer yeah
Khmer yes so how do you feel about Khmer? Because I've seen a taboo in the community about people wearing Khmer and people associate with Khmer Rouge. You know, like I
No,
wore one and
yeah.
out in the public, and someone called me Khmer Rouge. That was a while back ago, long ago.
No, that's ignorant. Khmer is a symbolize of Khmer culture from the traditional, from the, សំបីតែឥឡូវហ្នឹងខ្ញុំទៅណាខ្ញុំទៅស្រុកខ្មែរខ្ញុំបង់កម្មារហូតទោះបីខ្ញុំវាខោអាវធម្មតាប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំទៅនៅណាក៏ខ្ញុំបង់កម្មាដែរព្រោះខ្ញុំជា symbolize you are Cambodian. These days people in Cambodia, even those higher in echelon, even Hun Sen wear Khmer to go places. Most of the minister, Secretary of State, any kind of they wear Khmer, go places, meeting. Now they make it like a part of the jacket. They have a jacket, they still wear Khmer. So the people who saying that, they probably just play with you. I don't think they mean any by it. But if they do, then they will be ignorant. Khmer is not Khmer Kahom. Khmer is Cambodian, symbolize Cambodian. It happened to be at that time, everybody wear Khmer. Everybody wear Khmer before even Khmer Rouge. Now during my position as a student commando, everybody have Khmer. Khmer is where you go, you take a shower, you have Khmer, right? You wipe off your, dry your body with Khmer. You don't have towels. Everybody have Khmer. Khmer is symbolized of towels, so they just playing or nothing. It shouldn't be a negative connotation for Khmer. Anything is Cambodian tradition and culture.
Yes.
That's how I feel it.
Yes, I actually Khmer is our culture, like the say, because if you ever visit Cambodia, I visit for the past 10 years, I visit every year. And I happen to go there in the month of monsoon and the hottest month. So if you don't have Khmer, you're out of luck because you go sweat profusely. So you need around your neck at all times.
I wear Khmer in Cambodia, even though in hotel, 5-star hotel, I wear Khmer, go to sleep. It's very comfortable.
Yes, it is. I like that. And also Lakusang Ha always wear that and give it to our neighborhood leadership program.
Yeah, I
think
that we should.
That's all
Khmer, and
Okay. So my question is, as museum, Tool Slang, have you ever been there? And also, if you're there, have you ever seen how many friends of yours or people that you know that on that wall?
No, I never see anybody on the wall. Yes, I've been there. Those pictures is my pictures. Those pictures is in Tool Slang.
Yeah.
Like pictures of people. They kill all these people. Before they kill, they took those pictures and they put in the wall. And I took that pictures. That's my pictures. And the Tool Slang school, I took that I put that in, that pictures of killing people. So yeah, I've been there every time when I go. I go there 12 times, 10 times, 12 times. I go to S21 every time.
Okay, so you have no acquaintance, you don't have classmate or somebody you know?
No, I do not recognize. Yeah, I do not recognize anybody that I know. I was, the reason I go over there is that I just thought maybe my fathers. I just thought maybe my sisters. Picture was in there.
Yeah.
But no.
For me, by seeing people on the wall, now make me curious how many of people I would have known, like related to my relative or something like that.
I was surprised a few women. That's why I recognize her pictures on the wall.
Wow.
Yes. Two women. Her picture, she was the former Khmer Rouge. And somehow she survived. you know.
By you going into that museum, when you set foot in it, how, and energy wise, how do you feel?
I just, you know, feel upset, feel outrageous, feel, you know, my purpose of go over there just to show respect a little bit, and then also hoping that I may miss some pictures, you know, because I'm trying to find, you know, hoping that I can see, because you know, somebody that I can recognize, you know, but I didn't, you know. A lot of my friends, you know, 1973, at one time, Kampong Cham had been captured by Khmer at one time. So some of those, my friend in 73, we separated, they become the higher echelon of the Khmer, at least Kamapibal. It's not bigger Kamapibal, maybe the same as Hun Sen, you know, like have a couple of thousand people under their command and stuff like that. I didn't find any, and those guys probably dead already, you know. I didn't find any. Yeah.
Thank you, Akon. Look, Derrick.
Derrick, do you have any question?
បាទលោកពូកាលពីយើងអានសភៅ Stowing Season របស់លោកពូវិជ្ជបណ្ឌិត Dr. សៀងសេងហ្នឹងក៏យើងបានទទួលនៅដំណឹងល្អមួយពីលោកវិជ្ជបណ្ឌិតដែរថាលោកបានជួបដំណឹងចុងក្រោយនេះអ្នកដែលគាត់ធ្លាប់ធ្វើគេហៅថាជារទេះរុញព្រោះអីគាត់កាលហ្នឹងជាជាងឈើហើយនារីនៅពេលហ្នឹងនៅសហគមន៍ជាមួយគាត់ហ្នឹងគាត់ជាគេហៅថាជា person live with disability អ្នកពិការហើយចុងក្រោយនេះគាត់បានជួបគ្នាដឹងគ្នាតាមរយៈ Facebook.
Wow.
ហើយ
Interesting.
គាត់ថាតាំងពីអ្នកប្តីប្រពន្ធបាទ
They come to America?
បាទ
Oh wow.
ហើយខ្ញុំក៏កំពុងតែភាសាជាមួយលោកពូបន្ថែមទៀតលោកពូចាំតែផ្សេងថាចង់អញ្ជើញគាត់ឡើងមកក្នុងវេទិកានេះដើម្បីយើងលក្ខណៈរំលឹកអនុស្សាវរីយ៍ដើម្បីគេហៅថាយើងចែករំលែកនៅបទពិសោធន៍អ្វីដែលឆ្លងកាត់ចំនួនហ្នឹងតាមអ្វីដែលគាត់អាច
She was Khmer, right?
ខ្ញុំអត់បានសួរគាត់ថា
I was surprised because you know they very the migration is very conscious about that. You know, they try to not to approve any Khmer Rouge.
យើងអត់ដឹងថាពីណាពីណីទេលោកពូប៉ុន្តែគាត់ថាគឺអ្នកដែលគាត់ធ្លាប់ធ្វើអីជូននឹងការគាត់នៅសម័យខ្មែរក្រហមហ្នឹងគាត់ជាជាងឈើណាបាទហើយគាត់ក៏មានអារម្មណ៍ថាអ្វីដែលនឹកស្មានមកដល់ហ្នឹងគឺគាត់បានដំណឹងតំណែងបានជួបគ្នាជួបអីតាមទូរស័ព្ទទូអីចឹងបាទចុះត្រឡប់មកលោកពូវិញតើលោកពូតាំងពីឆ្លងកាត់ពីរបបនឹងមកលោកពូមកដល់ទឹកដីអាមេរិកនេះលោកពូមានបានជួបមិត្តភ័ក្តិឬក៏អ្នកដែលធ្លាប់រស់នៅជាមួយគ្នានៅក្នុងសហគមន៍ឬក៏នៅក្នុងតំបន់នឹងដែលធ្លាប់ធ្វើការអីឬក៏នៅក្នុងកិច្ចសហគមន៍រួមគ្នានឹងគាត់រស់រៀនមានជីវិតមកដល់សហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកទេលោកពូ
Yeah, in terms of United States or some of those country, the third country, no, I have not come across anybody. Most of my friends killed. There, I met when I go back to Cambodia. You know, I met a few of them. You know, I met a few of them, but there's only they're still in the village. They just come back to town. You know, to Kampong Cham's town. I happen to be walking in the market, you know, and they yell my name. They call me out. They call me, you know, they still call me Medpad, you know, and I look around and that's, oh, you know, but they're not Khmer, they just a Mulatan, but Chun Mulatan. So in other words, they've been there a long time, you know. So yeah, I met them a few times. That's about it. In terms of United States, no, I did not come across anything. Only my friend after that, in Bangkok, you know, we took ourជាមួយគ្នានៅ embassy Bangkok, you know, for them in United States. So I reunited with them, you know, in the United States.
Thank you, Lepu. If you guys have no more questions,
any more, Kerry? I mean, Gloria.
Okay.
I don't want to take too much time, but I was curious. Was there any sort of hierarchy within a camp, like I don't know how to explain it. Like within your own camp, there was the lowest group of people, and then the second highest.
Yeah, they have. So in other words, they have chief of village, so they're taking care of the whole village, right? So then they divide into Karatan, and then the Karatan chief, and then people who responsible all the food and killing and all that, you know, that the chief of the Karatan, you know. And then give me in Krom Kong មុនកងក្រុមឲ្យសិនមុនដំបូងកងមកកងនឹងអ្នកដែលធ្វើការហ្នឹងមាន10នាក់ពី10នាក់អីចឹងទៅណាហើយគេមាន group ក្រុមគេមាន3កងជាមួយគ្នាទៅមានម្នាក់គ្របពីលើមេគេនឹងហើយមានក្រុមហ្នឹង3ក្រុមទៅ120នាក់100នាក់ហ្នឹងគឺមានម្នាក់ទៀត you know នៅលើនឹងឯងនៅគេដូចថាជាឲ្យជាមេបញ្ជាការជាអ្នកមេគេអញ្ចឹងណាដូចយើងទាហានរបៀបទាហានអញ្ចឹងណាគេធ្វើរបៀបអញ្ចឹងឲ្យប៉ុន្តែជាប្រជាជនធម្មតាទេហើយដូចពួកខ្ញុំចល័តអញ្ចឹងឯងដូចគ្នាប៉ុន្តែវារៀងពិបាកបន្តិច you know វាមាន cross you know ឧមាថាសំបីតាកងយើងមេកងយើងមេក្រុមយើង3ក្រុមហ្នឹងជាពិសេសតាមេកងនិងមេក្រុមហ្នឹងឯង you know កាលណាមេកងមេក្រុមយើងជួសចិត្តយើង Chan you could survive ប៉ុន្តែនោះមេលើមេក្រុមហ្នឹងទៀតនោះ120នាក់នោះអាហ្នឹងក៏គេអាចមកចង់គេយើងធ្វើអីត្រូវចិត្តគេមកយកយើងទៅចោលវាយចោលដូចគ្នានឹងឯងប៉ុន្តែតាមពិតពួកហ្នឹងពួក30នាក់ហ្នឹងឯងដែលគេមើលខ្លាំងប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំកាន់កបីវាធូរវាត្រង់ថាខ្ញុំអត់មានអីទៀតទេមានតែមេកបីហ្នឹងមានក្រុមកបីហ្នឹងឯងតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងឯងមានក្រុមកបីហើយក្រុមកបីហ្នឹង taking care of ណាមេកងម្នាក់ចឹងឯងហើយមេកងកបីភាគច្រើនគាត់ពឹងផ្អែកទៅលើពួកកបីច្រើនជាងអញ្ចឹងណាហើយដូចជាពឹងផ្អែកនេះមានន័យថាគាត់យកចិត្តយកអីចឹងដើម្បីឲ្យយើងធ្វើការលះលហួនទៅដើម្បីឲ្យមនុស្សមកស្ទូងស្រែស្រុងអីឲ្យបានលះឲ្យចប់មុនផែនការព្រោះគេទឹករដូវមួយគេទៅចំថ្ងៃណាគេមានឲ្យយើងត្រូវឲ្យចប់ហើយពួកកបីហ្នឹងគឺសំខាន់ណាស់ព្រោះយើងទៅភួររស់ឲ្យគេដាំលះចឹងណាហើយតា you know យើងខឹងអីយើងធ្វើកបីយើងដើរអត់រួចទៅផុតអត់ទៅភួរអញ្ចឹងហើយគេមិនយកចិត្តយកអីទេពេលគាត់ថា you know ខ្ញុំមើលទៅវាដូចជាគេមិនសូវល្វីល្វល់ការខ្ញុំកាន់កបីគេអត់សូវល្វីល្វល់មួយយើងដែរ you know ទៅផុតហើយខ្ញុំម៉ោងមិន10បានរបបហ្នឹងយើងទៅវាស្រែយើងទៅវាស្មៅយើងអត់សូវបានជួបមួយពួកគេទេអាហ្នឹងហើយវាយើងធូរត្រង់ហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែធ្វើការសកម្មខ្លាំងជាងគេផុតពួកកបីនិងពួកចល័តហ្នឹងឯង you know
Okay. Yes, I don't have any question. I just would like to add, those viewers out there, I urge you to pick up the book from Mr. Patrick Gao. Get to know your history, because once you know your identity, you become stronger. So we need to come together and get to know your history. In order to build your history, not only not only that, you know your history, your future will be better. So that way, when they ask you what is Khmer, this is it right here. It's all in this.
Don't be ashamed. I mean, don't be ashamed.
All in this book.
Not
Get
tell
your
people.
copy. Yeah, get your copy.
Yeah.
And Mr. Cao, thank you. I think your story is very powerful. I urge viewer out there, get your copy of your book, buy it from Amazon, and it's very powerful. He's a living legend, and he's the one that speak the truth. It's all in here. Thank you.
People, people tend to take it lightly. You know, I'm not a person trying to like, oh, you gotta have it, you know. But sooner or later they will realize that this is a rarity. You know, it's very rare, you know, that people come up writes like this, you know, right the way I wrote. I'm not trying to brag or trying to promote myself. It's just, you know, it takes a lot of time and skill, you know, to move a little fast enough, not slow, fast enough. People can digest it and understood and get the pictures of it, you know. And I'm pretty sure after that chapter, move on to the next chapters, you know, you see when they see the achievement that I have done, then they might realize that, wow, it's something that need to be, you know, that need to be preserved at every Cambodian's home. You know, I'm right now in chapter 23. My first, I translated. I'm happy. I translate myself now. I'm thank to Songhat. You know, I'm not be able to install that, but I'd be able to get his program, his instruction, and have somebody else install it for me. You know, and I go to University of Hawaii. I go to meet a professor, Cambodian, teaching Cambodian, you know, and they show it to me. They show it to me how to use that. And I have 2 Phoun that I needed. Now I'm on chapter 23rd. Already I translate. And when I reread it, I kind of like it, you know, but I had to reread about 3-4 more times. After I finished it, I'm gonna send it to Dr. Lee, because he said, actually he want to take this out of my hand. He want to have his staff do it for me, you know, translate. But I just feel that I should do it myself and have them as edit for me, you know. And then I'm gonna use the Khmer version in Cambodia, because in America, it's not too many people read Khmer, you know, in Cambodia. So I will kind of donate or do something to have people, you know, use the money. Is happen to sell a lot, and to Dr. Mainly's because Dr. Mainly, he already have foundation, a charity department of his organization, and he has spent 7 million already. You know, he want me to be in charge of that. I said no. You know, I said no. I could find money and helping you, but I'm not going to be in charge any kind of, you know, of that. I wanted to be free my hand to help out, trying to promote the history and to get people involved. You know, is I in charge of something, I'm losing the texture. I'm losing, you know, the ability to kind of drum up, you know, because I can now. I think I can. It's just a matter of, I have 2 TV station wanted to interview me already, but I just don't want to go yet because of the, you know, you know, this SARS, I mean the COVID and all that. And I just, you know, I was not sure it promote my book, you know. They wanted to use me to promote the station, not promote my book, you know. And that would be different. I mean, kind of deviate from my purpose. And that happened, I don't want nothing to do with it. you know so
បាទអញ្ចឹងដូចជាសំលំមដែរហើយ okay last call before we end our program okay so okay thank you everyone and also thank you Gloria even though you are come late but late better than never thank you for joining us and thank you Lupu Patrick and thank you everyone and thank you អ្នកដែលកំពុងតែតាមដានទស្សនាកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងសូមជូនពរសុខភាពល្អហើយមានសេចក្តីសុខបបវាជាឆ្ងាយនៅការឆ្លងពី COVID-19 បាទយើងជួបគ្នានៅសប្តាហ៍ក្រោយទៀតបាទអញ្ចឹងកម្មវិធីរបស់យើង
so like yeah
បាទសូមជម្រាបលាបាទ
ជម្រាបលាសូមអរគុណ
លោកពូមានអីចង់បន្ថែមលោកពូ
no គាត់ចង់ថា chapter ក្រោយហ្នឹងប្រហែលជា2 chapter យើងរៀបជាមួយគ្នាព្រោះវា short ណា
បាទ
យើងអាចរៀបជាមួយគ្នាបាន
បាទអញ្ចឹងជួបគ្នានៅខ្មែររ៉ៃនៅថ្ងៃពុធវេលាម៉ោង 7:30 នាទីយប់បាទសូមអរគុណសូម
អូខេជំរាបលាអរគុណបាយបាយ